folks, Kilt Man here. Kilt Man, who is not actually in a kilt at the moment. And trust me, I will never not be in a kilt again, because not wearing a kilt apparently is very, very unlucky for Kilt Man. But what he's wearing is Vietnam Tiger Stripe Jungle Fatigues. Possibly one of the most effective camouflages the world has ever known. Perfectly blends in with jungles. Not so much with kilt mansions at the moment. But anyway, stupidly, I didn't put a kilt on. And for this video, after the last video discussing the Makoare Orc mask, I thought, because I found the Makoare Orc mask and I found the Lurtz mask from Fellowship of the Ring. At the same time, they're both nesting together in a big box upstairs in the attic full of all the other archival rubbish and memorabilia that I've got. And they've both got very long hair. If you watch the previous video, then you'll know the long shaggy hair that the Makoare Orc had. Lurtz, who's sitting right behind me here, he has very similar hair. Now when I picked him up, I'll do a video on him. I'll do a video because people love the masks. And I started coming down the stairs with him. Come on, come with me, come with Daddy Kilt Man. His hair unfurled and I put my foot on it and ripped it off his bloody head. The gods conspired against me. For years it's been preserved until clumsy, cack-handed Kilt Man arrives on the scene and almost destroys it. Yeah, Aragorn. It took Aragorn to kill him in the movie. It just took me 10 seconds to scalp him. Anyway, and of course, in kilt mansions, all the catacombs and the tunnels and the libraries and the chambers and all this sort of stuff in this massive, vast castle of mine, there's no glue. Well, there is. There is some glue. And it was really archaic, you know, and I had to snip the little nib off it and try and pry some of the stuff out and try to salvage something. It ain't very good. And folks, mask collectors out there, you'll all go, no, you damn fool. You fool of a tuck. Yeah, I usually am a lot better with looking after things, but I really blew it this time. Oops. Anyway, I'm going to show you him because even though he's mangled up a bit like, and I've ripped the hair off him, I want to show you. Again, this is from 2002. It's a Rubies mask and it's vintage. It's now vintage. I'm not certain, but I think they've done a revamp of this one. I don't know. The Makoare Orc, they revamped it and put the little rings in its flesh, either side of its mouth. I don't know if they did any changes to this. Not too sure. But anyway, here he is. He's modelled by my illustrious little imp here. And of course the sun is shining unbelievably. There he is, wearing the white hand of Saruman. Now you can see I tried to glue that hair back on. But look at that resplendent mane of hair. Yeah, trampled underfoot. Very undignified way for Lurtz to go, isn't it? And almost tripped me up on the stairs as well. We have the requisite orcish pointy ears. We have the rather nasty snarling fangs. We have the bestial feral eyes. The flared snout. And, you know, this leathery sort of... I'll put it on this side because the sun is creeping in here. A rarity for around here. This sort of weathered, leathery skin. This sort of texture's fabulous. The hair is actually good quality, even though it's got my boot print on it now. The neck is all striated, ripped up, contoured. It is like a rhino's hide. And these guys wear, you know, the Uruk-Hai, the shock troopers that Saruman created. And now it's raining. Everything is going against Kilt Man today. But we will persevere. Die hard! And yeah, Saruman makes them from the tortured bodies of elves who he's captured, mixes them with orcs and mutilates them into this big fighting brute force who know no fear, who know no pain. And he sends them out after the Fellowship. And of course there's fucking a load of these bastards. Lurtz, played by Lawrence Makoare, who was a big hulking Kiwi, big New Zealander. He played several roles in Lord of the Rings. You know, a bit like what's his name, little fella, Warwick Davis, played lots of different roles in Star Wars, and then of course Harry Potter. But yeah, so this guy, Lawrence Makoare, played a variety of characters, all of whom were rather big, nasty and brutish. None more so than Lurtz, who was created in the film by Peter Jackson just to give really a kind of a recognisable villain, you know, for the end of the Fellowship of the Ring, where you got a big confrontation at Amon Hen, I think it's called, which is the big battle in the forest where Boromir bites the dust. The little ones, they took the little ones. And then Aragorn gets bloody demolished by this guy. And then, as luck would have it, he manages to outwit him and slice and dice and decapitate him. And I have the head here. So yeah, Rubies' mask, again, I'm not a massive fan of Rubies' masks, but they really did very well on the Lord of the Rings ones. Out of the two, I prefer the Moria Orc. I think it's more detailed, but then again, you're only going on what the character looks like. And again, after the last video, I tried to find the one ring which I've got with glowing runes on it. Turn the house upside down, and I still can't find it. I knew delving into Middle Earth again was going to be a big mistake for me, as I explained last time. But anyway, have a look at that. I'm not going to put it on because I'm going to destroy it again. It's a great mask. All the shock troops, the berserkers and the orcs, the Uruk-Hai that work for Saruman have carry the white hand of Saruman as their marking. And this guy can speak as well, like, you know, man flesh. I smell man flesh. And he's a nasty, scary motherfucker. Whom do you serve? Saruman. It's fantastic. Do you know how the Uruk-Hai were made? And I'll show you how they were made, because I have a little array of figures here as well. Bloody rain! In the film, you see them come out of these. Doesn't that look like a Little Shop of Horrors? You know, the big plant monster, whatever its name is. And if I push that button here, and it'll probably spill out. Oh, it's not coming out. There is. Well, I'll open it. I'll unfurl its petals there. Look, there's a fledgling baby Uruk-Hai in there. And in the film, you will see Lurtz bringing them out and whipping them into shape and training them to become his fighting elite corps of berserker warriors. Speaking of berserkers, there's one of the berserkers now. With a rather see, this is what happens. This is what happens if you don't pack things properly. It's bloody crude axe, double-headed axe thing. Their weapons are really nasty, horrible things. You know, and I've managed to bend that as well. But yeah, lots of hands on him. He's a very hands-on kind of character. But yeah, so there's this guy before he gets his war paint put on, and he's getting his army together, all being birthed out of these strange. I'm not going to say what this does remind me of, but anyway, I think you get the picture. And there's other versions. Here's that big general fella, you know, from Return of the King, the big battle. Here's Lurtz as we see him there, in all his armour. That's from the final battle. And you see he has a little samurai sort of top knot thing going on there, and this mane of luxurious raven dark hair, and this crude armour. I mean, these figures are absolutely incredibly detailed. There's tons of weaponry you get with them, and of course they're all littered about in the boxes upstairs where these have been piled in. But you know, Lurtz, man flesh. They smell man flesh, and he's one scary bastard. There's a few other guys here. Got a Witch King there, I don't know if you can see him. We've got Sauron behind here. The mighty Sauron. With the ring. See the ring? On the finger, can you see it? Yeah. There's another Uruk-Hai who is the worst for wear. Oh hey! It's Hop Along Uruk-Hai. And he's a proper ferocious looking brute as well. Again, I've managed to bend his bloody weapon. These things are years old, folks, you know, and Kilt Man's collection of memorabilia and props and costumes and weapons has massively expanded since I started collecting these. And my attention to, you know, looking after these things has obviously exponentially increased. Although, I think because I said last time, I didn't want to delve into the world of Lord of the Rings again, because I just knew it would open the door to much more expenditure and kind of madness for me. So I thought, don't go up there. Don't search them out. Just leave them as they are. And yeah, and of course the time comes when I do want to do it, and they're all fucked up, aren't they? Oh, here's a good one. Here's the Balrog. We've just been playing his music actually. The Balrog, a beast of flame, muscle, and fear and might. He's brilliant, isn't he? Can you see that up close? There's a great sculpt. Very well done. The colouring. They all seem to have this sort of livid, burnt, charcoal, barbecued sort of skin colouring. All the Uruk-Hai, this guy, well, he's got a good reason. He's on fire, for God's sake. His whips of fire as well. And he ends up going down into the abyss with Gandalf. The two of them battling it out. Fantastic, isn't it? I meant to show you last time as well. Force Effects did the wonderful Sting sword. Now, this Sting is the one which makes the sound effects and lights up, glows blue when orcs are near. Only, I haven't got batteries for it. You just unscrew that, put the batteries in, but I haven't got the batteries, so this one is not going to go glow blue. I'm not going to make the battle effects, the ching ching, whoosh, and it makes a sort of hum when it goes blue. It's gorgeous. And you have all the detail on it here, the inscriptions. But I have another version of Sting, because that's bigger than Sting would be, because it has to fit all the electronics in there as well. So it's actually not a one-to-one size. And a one-to-one size of Sting would be a bit difficult anyway, because if a human was holding it, it would be very small, because it's only a dagger. But in the hand of a hobbit, it's a sword, you know? So, you're never going to get the exact one of that anyway. But we have this. This is a rather nice replica of Sting. It's smaller. It's more akin to a long dagger. Maybe like a Greek Xiphos blade. Remember I discussed Xiphos blades? I had the Jason the Argonaut sword, and I was discussing that with you a while ago. If you haven't seen it, you know, do check out that video. Xiphos is like a leaf pattern blade. So they've copied the old Greek style of blade there, but with the dimensions and shape, length of a Roman gladius. So anyway, and this has got inscriptions on it, and you know, on the hilt. And it's more in our hands as a human. That's just like a dagger, a long dagger, really, than a sword. In a hobbit, it's a proper big sword, you know, because they're little and they've got hairy feet and curly hair. So there you go. Sting. And it makes a lovely noise going back in. It's very solid, you know, it feels very functional and solid and, you know, satisfying to wield. But anyway, let's go back to the main man. The very reason I was going to do this. I'm such a putz, aren't I? I stood there, when the hair yanked off, I stood there on the stairs like that. Well, I won't tell you exactly what I said, because it wasn't very pleasant. It would make an Uruk-Hai wince, what I said. Well, it made him wince, because it took his fucking hair off, didn't it? At the root. But let's show you again. Now that sun's ducked behind. See, we had sun, and then a bloody downpour. That's what you get around here, in this mythical realm of the Kilt Man. I like it. I like it. I do prefer the other mask. As I said before, I think it's got more detail, but now you can see the lights changed over here. You can see more of the contouring, and you can see more of the tones and shading. Very shiny around here. That's not me spilling glue, by the way. That is not me. I messed up the glue on the top of the head. But love the ears. Love the you know, love the sheer ferocity of him. I might you're not seeing the eyes too well, so I'm going to take him off the my model here. This model, the imp from hell. We have a love-hate relationship. He loves me, I hate him. Didn't mean that. Let's try and show you the eyes a bit more detail. Can you see? Yeah, I'm not going to put it on, but the eyes are very good. He seems to have, when you're holding him like that, face on, yeah, that looks good. But when you wear it, I remember it kind of tilts up a bit, like, and it's sort of like you walk around like he's looking in the air, sort of thing. You're like, ooh. But then he's not exactly a monosyllabic brute. He does speak. He has got some intelligence, some savage cunning. And his fighting with Aragorn is, this was like, kids could go and see these films, and the violence was really up there. There was decapitations and amputations and knives going thudding into thighs, and he headbutts Aragorn. Imagine that coming at you. Bang! And puts the nut on. And Aragorn goes back, and there's all blood gushing out of his mouth and his nose. It's great. Absolutely great stuff. These guys carry shields as well. And I love the design work of the weapons, the armour and the shields. Sadly, even though the figures have got the shields, I neglected to bring any of them down. But they'd be good. They were good replicas of what they have in the movie. And it's all very iron bashed on crude anvils. Fairness is roaring. They didn't care if they burnt their hands or not. It wouldn't matter. And they're really crudely bashed out, but they're bloody horrible, wicked-looking weapons. Swords, scimitars, axes, and lots of angular points on them. It's all very clever design work. But yeah, there we go. That's Lurtz for you. Played by the great Lawrence Makoare. Makoare! Yeah. Bloody sun's come out again now. These passing showers. They're the kind of thing that catches you out, especially people like me with hair like this. When you go out, oh, I'll just nip round the corner now. Oh, it's big in sunshine. And Kilt Man, oh, in a vest. Sometimes not even wearing a vest. Out I go, bing in sunshine, 10 yards around the corner. Fucking heavens, open on you, like, what bloody hell? Your hair's all down. And then when my hair dries, it goes whoo, into Annie or Ronald McDonald. Take your pick. It's twice as ugly and twice as curly. Anyway, the sun's moved around. But yeah, here's the man. That's a good angle, isn't it? Look. And unlike the Morio, there's a hole in the mouth here. So you can breathe. Again, I didn't get these. I don't get the masks to wear. Even in the day when I bought these, and they were some of the first masks I ever got, really. And now I've got hundreds. I didn't get them to wear. I just wanted them as replicas, just put them on the shelf. Which, as the movies ran their course, and I came out the other end of it, then I removed them and just hid them away. Because I'm not kidding you. The amount of time, money, spiritual investment. I know you go, Kilt Man, grow up, it's a film. No, well, if you know me and you watch these videos, then you know they're not just films to me. And it was like a marriage that had run its course, and I just had to go. We had to part company because we weren't good for each other. But now she's crept back again, back into my life. Who's lovely? Yeah, lovely. I'm so sorry what I did to your hair. Right, I'm going to put him down here for the time being. I'm not going to struggle to get him back on the imp. So folks, that was a little video there, because I knew I was going to do it. Look, can you see the light changing? When I first got the idea to do this, it was sunny, and I was going to go out in the garden, in the trees, and I was going to set the figures up, and I was going to do it, set the camera on a tripod, and we'd be in, sort of Middle Earthian forest. I'd have had tree beard there as well, and then I just realised, especially when I tore his hair off, I thought, oh God, no, it's going to be a disaster. The camera's going to fall over. I'll fall down one of the holes that the huskies dug. Huskies. Anyone who's out there who's got huskies, then you know what I'm talking about. Fucking diggers, aren't they? Bloody hell. They have it in their DNA to escape. If they can't get over something, they'll get under it. They'll dig through concrete. Unbelievable. Saruman and Sauron should have been listed a bunch of fucking huskies to go and chase after the ring. They know no fear. They know no pain. They only know hunger and the need to dig and chase. Right, folks. Oh, this is the music of Lurtz and his mob catching up with the Fellowship. And finally, like Aragorn. Oh, no, should have brought his sword down. The sword he uses in this sequence, I've got that as well upstairs. Ah, damn. Yeah. I need to put more planning into these reenactments. Aragorn strides out, because he sees, Sting is glowing. He goes, Frodo, go now. And to distract him, form a diversion, Aragorn goes out and mounts his own one-man attack on this fucking band of Uruk-Hai. Of course, the other members of the Fellowship will come into this and do their bit. Legolas with his fucking awesome one take. Great. In the extended cut, that goes on even longer. Awesome. Oh no, I'm getting back into it. No! I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. You imagine living in this house, this menagerie, and what you can't see over there, which is just much more. Bam, bam, bam. Howard Shaw's fabulous score again. And if you listen, you can hear that's an anvil. They are bashing an anvil there, which is a great musical effect. James Horner, the late great composer James Horner, did that many times as well. That's just wonderful. Folks, I've prattled on long enough now. There's all little dust motes coming off him and them, because they've all been like upstairs in the attic, where only Kilt Man can tread, because I'm unafraid of the spirits that lurk up there. And believe you me, there are. My bottles of whiskey, they're all up there. Didn't hear that. Folks, as always, been a blast, been a pleasure. I'm going to be back very soon with some more irreverence. Have fun. Watch out for big painted brutish guys with handprints on their head. And if you smell man flesh, run the other way. Right, folks, I'm going to see you all later. Whom do you serve? Saruman.